The USJ-R SEC Committee on Insurance acts as a middleman for any insurance claims done by the Josenians. Insured ka ba? Because we have something just for you. Be the Committee on Insurance or the Josenians Gear for Life. All enrolled college and senior high school students are covered by the Josenian insurance for the whole academic year 2022-2023. Insurances offered: accidental medical reimbursement, death burial cash benefit, fire cash assistance, daily hospital income benefit due to natural illness or COVID, accidental death, and provoked murder and assault, permanent disablement, daily hospital income benefit due to accident, dengue cash assistance, and surgical benefit. Here are the following requirements: accidental medical reimbursement, claimable amount of 25,000 pesos. Death burial cash benefit, claimable amount of 15,000 pesos. Fire cash assistance, claimable amount of 10,000 pesos. Accidental death, claimable amount of 85,000 pesos. Permanent disablement, claimable amount of 85,000 pesos. Daily hospital income benefit due to accident for a claimable amount of 400 pesos per day. Daily hospital income benefit due to accident for surgical, claimable amount of 400 per day. Daily hospital income benefit due to natural illness or COVID, 400 per day. And provoked murder and assault, claimable amount of 75,000 pesos. Dengue cash assistance, claimable amount of 1,000 pesos. You can reach us through the Josenian iHealth Facebook page, which was created in collaboration with the Committee on Social Responsibility, or you can also directly visit us at the USJ-R SEC office.
Hey everyone. So, nakakaon na tanan, usog na,
Kapoy.
ba? Gipang kapoy na ba tanan, char. So, please bear with us all as we are moving forward. At this juncture, make yourselves comfortable as we listen to the Commission on Insurance webinar, InsureTalks.
But before anything else, let us welcome our speaker, for he is an amazing individual.
Our speaker, he was the head for training and the executive assistant of the CEO of Loyola Plans Incorporated, the head general of services and trainings of Asian Diamond Plans Incorporated. He was also the head general services of Angping and Associates Securities Incorporated, and he was the managing director of Ability Incorporated. Then he was also the unit head of Pacific Plans and Lifetime Plans Incorporated, Visayas area, and was also the head of the Malayan Insurance Corporation Incorporated of Davao and Southern Mindanao area, and is now currently the unit head of BDO, Insurance Brokers Incorporated, Southern Mindanao area.
Please help us welcome Rafael Basilio E. Apolinario Des. A round of applause, please.
I'll transfer lang to my mobile sir ha because I don't have the PowerPoint in my laptop.
Want me to send it to you?
Yeah, I'll text you my email address na lang through my personal email.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Hello, good afternoon.
ask anyone. Siguro nindot pag ato silang parion onya pangutan-on og usa ka question.
Hello, good afternoon.
Bitaw, pwede ra sad.
Sorry,
If di sila katubag sa question, pwede ra sila maka talent, show their talent. Okay ra mo, ana? Yes.
Dili daw.
For starters,
Yes, sir.
can we ask Honorable Julia Katibot to come up on stage?
Oh, basin
Do I proceed or
Char lang, guys.
Char
Actually,
lang.
false alarm na to. Goods na di ay.
oh, murag
Thank you for waiting.
malipas oras.
Kuhaan pa days oras. Char.
Thank you for waiting once again. Abi kung makakanta
And
ka-
once again, this is the Committee on Insurance, InsureTalks.
Thank you.
okay? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, unfortunately, am I receiving? Am I being received audibly? Can I have a response, please? If I'm getting in 5 by 5. You can hear me. Just checking before we begin. Okay. Can we go to the first slide, please? Okay. Let me go through my slides. It will have to be shared by you. What I will be doing is we'll go through it together. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask or put it on the comment page. I'll ask the one, Adrian, I think it's your computer we're using, so I'll ask it later on to move to the next slide as I finish with the slide in front of you. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for inviting Video Insurance Brokers. This afternoon, I was asked to do an introduction of the insurance. It's an insurance orientation, and give some tips on how to go about on financial planning. May I have the next slide, please, Adrian? Okay, let me properly introduce myself. Okay. I was baptized 𝐉𝐨𝐬𝐞𝐳 VI. You can call me Rans. I am currently the head for Mindanao for Video Insurance Brokers. Okay, I've been in the industry since in the insurance industry since before some of you were really born. Okay, so as early as I graduated very early from the Ateneo de Manila with Loyola plans, and now I'm with brokers. May I have the next slide, please? Let me first introduce to you the company I represent. Let me talk about our value proposition. We call ourselves BDOI. One slide down, please. Okay, Video Insurance Brokers. Okay. Notice it says BDO Insurance Brokers. So now definitely we are connected with BDO. And it says Insurance Brokers. A lot of people have a misconception of what we do. We are not an insurance company. Okay, we are a brokering house. As a matter of fact, we are the biggest brokering house in the Philippines today. Next slide, please. Okay. Here, Video Insurance is wholly owned by BDO Unibank, we are also a part of the SM Group. According to the Insurance Commission, we rank to be the #1 insurance brokering house in the Philippines, bigger than anybody in the market today. Can I have the next slide, please? Okay. What we do in Video Insurance Brokers is we customize our services because we work for the client. Like I said earlier, we are not an insurance company. We are an insurance brokers who work for clients. We are not an agent. Agents work for insurance companies. Here, clients of BDO. In this case, you who are listening to us this afternoon, you are clients of BDO. May I have next slide, please? Okay. Here, we are strategic and advocate for you. Heart of our service is we try to get to understand you, our client, first. We try to find out what are your requirements, what are your exposures, and then we try to find a way to look, or we try to look for products which fit exactly to your particular requirement. Next slide, please. Okay. What we do is to try to provide value for money in our products and services. Being the biggest insurance brokering house in the Philippines, we give insurance companies a very big volume of business. This, in turn, gives us leverage which we pass on to clients like you. When you say big, when you say leverage, what we do is, if, for example, you go to an insurance company and they will tell you for a certain kind of insurance risk, they will charge you, let's say, 1,000 pesos. If you go through video insurance brokers, because of the volume we give the insurance companies, we ask for a special rate. Maybe your 1,000 pesos will only be like 700 pesos. So we try to make sure you get value for money. We try to make sure that you will not pay for the excesses that are being charged by insurance companies. You will only be taking care of those things which really matter. So we give you value for your money. Can you have the next slide, please? Okay. Video insurance brokers only ties up with reputable insurance providers. Okay. We don't want to recommend to our clients any insurance company who we know will give us problems later on. We work for our clients, so we want to make sure that no matter what we are presenting the client, we know that we have researched on these companies, we have researched on their product, and we know that that company can deliver on what they promise in the policy. May I have the next slide, please? What we do is we manage your risk from the start until it finishes. Okay, we have what we do is we study what your needs are, recommend the correct product, making sure we study you continuously so we know what your exposures are, and if there is a claim, we are also there to help you with a claim. That's our role as a insurance broker. Next slide, please. Okay, this afternoon, I was asked to discuss two things: the USJ-R group insurance policy, and number two, how to achieve financial security. Let's go to the first part, the USJ-R group insurance policy. One slide down, please. Okay. Let me introduce this to you. An insurance coverage, a group personal accident insurance for its employees, teachers, both are in staff, teaching and non-teaching staff. Okay, so the USJ-R group personal accident covers for now 8,903 senior high and college students, including the teaching and non-teaching staff of USJ-R. This policy that covers you actually started and this will end by October 3 next year. Okay, so ongoing na siya. The support here, the insurance provider we're using is Fortune General Insurance Corporation. They have been our provider for you for some period now. So for several years, they've been doing very well in their services. They've been giving us very good rates. They are moderately faster than a lot of other insurance providers in Cebu. Next slide, please. So what are the benefits under this insurance provider? Under insurance, it's what you call accidental death and permanent disability. Well, again, may I have a click down, please? One click lang down, yan. Oh, lumabas na lahat. Okay. The accident, death, and permanent disability covers you for 85,000 pesos individually. should the student covered under this policy or teacher or the janitor, for example, meet an accident 24/7 ito, anywhere in the world, okay? He passes away because of an accident, then the family can claim from Fortune Insurance the amount of 85,000 pesos. Okay? Oh, the slide is a bit distorted. The second benefit is what we call unprovoked murder and assault. Here, the benefit is 75,000. How does this benefit work for you? Unprovoked murder and assault works this way. Let us say, for example, you decided to join a rally, okay, a political rally, and then during this political rally, one of the participants in the rally decides to pull out a gun to try to shoot, for example, a particular speaker. Now, the target there was the speaker. Okay, he fires the gun. Firing a gun, ladies and gentlemen, is not an accident. It is a purposeful act. So if you fire a gun, it's not considered by the insurance commission as an accident. No, this gun, for example, fires but misses its target and it hits one of the students of USJ-R. He was not the intended victim of that incident, but because he was hit, he will the family will be able to claim under the unprovoked murder and assault benefit feature, claim the amount of 75,000 pesos. Okay, so we have accidental death benefit, we have unprovoked murder and assault. Third benefit under this product is what we call accidental medical reimbursement. Here, the benefit is worth 25,000 pesos. How does this work? Number one, there is an accident. Okay, an accident happens, and let us say the student is involved in that accident. He does not pass away. He is brought to the emergency room. What they do is they pay first for the emergency, gather all the official receipts connected to that accident and that emergency, and we go to Fortune Insurance and file for what we call the accident medical reimbursement. Using the official receipts, you can claim, get reimbursed whatever was used or the actual expense, but not to exceed 25,000 pesos. Okay. The fourth benefit is what you call a burial cash benefit because of the accident. So again, the requirements are: number one, it could be you. Number two, there is an accident named under. Number three, there are burial expenses. Number three, there are burial expenses. Okay, for the burial expenses, what the family will need to do is to make sure to keep the official receipts from the mortuary and whatever expenses were incurred because of that because of the burial. Okay, bring those receipts. We bring those receipts to Fortune Insurance, and we can claim get reimbursed as much as 15,000 pesos. The fifth benefit is what they call burial cash benefit due to natural death, illness, or COVID. Number four and number five might sound the same. It is not. Number four, basically, it's because of an accident. Remember, the title of this policy is Group Personal Accident Insurance. The fifth benefit deals with natural death, so it's not an accident. Fortune Insurance decided that should any of the students pass away because of natural death or illness, or for example COVID, then the family can reimburse as much as 15,000 for the burial expenses they incurred. Okay. May I have the next slide, please? Okay. This one, fire cash assistance. Fire cash assistance gives a benefit of 10,000 pesos. How does this work? Well, this covers you. If, for example, there is a fire that happens and you are affected by the fire, you don't have to be the owner of the house. Let us say you're staying at a boarding house, and that boarding house burns, you will get another boarding house, right? Because you were affected by the fire, we just have to prove it to Fortune Insurance that you were affected by the fire. You can claim as much as 10,000 pesos. Okay? This is given to the first 20 victims of fire. So there's an annual aggregate limit of 2 million. I'm sorry, 200 victims. The annual aggregate is 2 million. So that's about 200 victims of fire for the year. If you're affected by a fire, we claim from the insurance. Seventh item, daily hospital income benefit. I believe this was increased compared to last year. So there be an accident, okay, and the student ends up in the hospital. What you do is, if you're in the hospital, you make sure you gather all your records from the hospital, whether it be a government hospital, a private hospital, whether or not you spent while you were in the hospital. What you do is you get your records, you bring it to us, and then we bring it to Fortune Insurance. We can claim as much as 400 pesos a day for every day you're in the hospital for a maximum of 30 days per policy year for this year. The same thing if you were there because of an illness, whether it's an accident or an illness or nag-unshare yata. You. Thank you very much. Sorry for the technical glitch. Let's continue. So the eighth benefit of this group personal accident insurance designed for USJ-R is what you call dengue cash assistance, worth 1,000 pesos per victim. Okay. You need to show official receipts that you were affected by dengue. You got hit by dengue. This is given to the maximum of 15 students per policy year. This is a one-time benefit, a bonus. Okay, one slide down, please. Extensions of cover. Let's go over that. Number one, this is 24-hour cover, 365-day cover, anywhere in the world. The accident can happen anywhere, so you are covered no matter where you are. You don't have to be in school. You're covered anywhere you walk. Anywhere you go in the world, you have this insurance cover for the year until October 3 next year. This includes acts of nature, such as earthquake, volcanic eruption, flood, typhoon, or for example, you were affected by Odette, then you are covered. Okay. We can add students as they enroll. So once new students arrive, all we have to do is get the new names for these new students, and they can be included in the policy. Do this within 1 month from the date that we need to make sure we need to inform the insurance provider within 1 month from enrollment. Item number 4, motorcycling. This covers you. And the insurance commission mentioned that motorcycling is no longer an accident. If something happens while you're on the motorcycle, that is not anymore an accident according to the insurance commission. Why? Well, you know it's dangerous to ride a motorcycle. So it is no longer an accident if you ride on it. But in our policy, we included motorcycling, including tricycad, motorcycle, tricycle, habal. If you're riding this as a passenger, then you are covered. Okay, riding as a passenger. You're also covered while you're riding as a passenger of sea vessels, commercial airlines, and on any regular scheduled flight or boat trip. Normally, airline companies and boat companies do have insurances for each passenger, but you can claim your benefits here over and above what is claimed from those companies. Those doing ROTC activities, ROTC cadets, while doing exercises outside the school, if you are mistaken to be part of the military, like for example in an ambush, then you are covered under the unprovoked murder and assault feature of our package. Next slide, please. Normally, accident age policies do not cover sports activities. Being in a sporting event, participating actively in it, is not an accident. You are in there on purpose. Okay, so Insurance Commission said that if you are part of, let's say, in the varsity, then you are not covered by a personal accident insurance. What we did in this policy is we asked Fortune Insurance to waive that. If you are in any school-related sports activity, you are covered under this policy. Poisoning and drowning, for as long as this is accidental, it was not done purposefully, this is covered also, item number 8. During these activities. Suffocating by smoke and poisonous fumes are also covered. Okay. Dog bites, snake bites, cat bites are covered. Human bites not covered. Varsity players are covered on any school-related sport activities. Military personnel who are presently enrolled at USJ-R are also covered. Okay. Number 14 is an automatic extension. If there is a claim, this is what this particular feature works in your favor. Okay, next slide, please. The next slide, please feel free to approach video insurance or the student council requirements. Next slide, please. These are just claims requirements. Next slide again. Okay, again. So it's kind of specific, more or less. You will need OR so we can reimburse. Next slide, please. Okay, and one. Next slide, please. Okay, let's stop there for a while. Take note here.